Hola, we're at day 5, Proficiency Levels TACO activity. The learning target today is I can listen to English language learners and determine their proficiency level by providing evidence. And I will demonstrate proficiency levels by describing a TACO 2 different ways. So the key vocabulary that you learned in the last lesson are proficiency, novice, and intermediate. The proficiency level refers to the level at which individuals can communicate with language in terms of speaking, writing, listening, and reading. An example for that is Kobe Bryant had an impressive proficiency level in 4 languages. And here's how we visualize proficiency. We're always going up, stepping up in our proficiency in the language. We also learned about 2 proficiency levels, novice and intermediate. Novice level is the state of being new to one's circumstances. An example of using the word novice is she is a novice violinist. Today was only her 7th lesson. Imagine a toddler or a 2-year-old who is just learning to crawl. This is an example of a novice level. Intermediate level, on the other hand, is the knowledge or skills level of someone who is more advanced than a beginner, but not yet an expert. This dance school only accepts intermediate and advanced level dancers. And here is the image that represents that. So it's not novice, but it's not an expert yet. So it's in between. Think about these questions. What skills or activity mentioned last class, or in general, do you feel you're a novice in? Okay. You can say or state, I'm novice in. And what skills or activity you feel you're proficient in? And you're going to answer this question by restating it, I'm proficient in. So you're actually going to respond this into the ED puzzle. Bien. Comprehensible input. What is proficiency? As we learned, the word proficiency means the level at which people do something. Proficiency is the level at which you write, speak, and understand a new language. It is not the same as a grade. It shows where you are and where you're headed next. While performance, what is performance? Performance is what you can actually do with the language to communicate with others. It helps determine your proficiency level. Performance is what we will assess this year as you gradually build your proficiency. What is the difference then between proficiency and performance? While proficiency is the ability to use language in a real-world situation, performance is the ability to use the language in a limited and controlled situation. While proficiency is sustained use over a long period of time, performance is a snapshot of abilities on a given day. And we also learned about the different proficiency levels at level 1 Spanish. And those are novice low, novice mid, novice high, and intermediate low. This is where we want to be at the end of 8th grade, at the beginning of level 2 of Spanish. So, to best illustrate and explain novice low, we have this criteria here. Imagine a toddler or 2-year-old who is just learning to crawl. That's an example of a novice low in terms of abilities. In terms of abilities, novice low people who are just learning a language use memorized short phrases, lists of single words. They try to think of the 7 or 10 most important words to describe it when they describe object or thing. It's very simplistic and generic. Spelling errors and wrong words are okay at this level, and they occur normally, and that's novice low. If novice low looks more like a toddler or a 2-year-old trying to speak in a language, then novice mid uses memorized phrases and repetitions. Sentences may but do not need to have verbs. There can be spelling errors and wrong words. Uses common verbs such as I like, it has. Maybe some conjugation errors, for instance, me like. Think more like a 2 or 3-year-old. While this is novice mid, novice high sounds more like a 4 or 5-year-old child in terms of speech. Novice high uses simple sentences with a few more details, may include info about who, what, where, when, and maybe why or how. Uses high-frequency verbs, for example, I like, it has, and it is, with few errors. May start to include more personal vocabulary. And we want to reach the intermediate low level, which includes more connector words for slightly more developed sentences. For example, uses words such as after, and so, and then, before, therefore, that's why, also, besides. Uses more varied verbs with fewer errors, can communicate about a wider range of topics. You can think more like 5 or 6-year-old child speech. So those are the 4 levels we considered in the last lesson. And this is a summary of them. To see what the different proficiency levels are like, we're going to pretend to be English language learners and do a performance task in English. This task is presentational. You will be presenting information about tacos. Let's see your English presentational skills. For activity number 3, pick 2 proficiency level slides and describe a taco in English according to the levels you choose. For instance, you can choose intermediate low or intermediate novice low, novice high or intermediate low, or alternatively you can choose novice low and novice mid. Write your answers on the 2 slides of your chosen proficiency levels. Click Submit once you're done. If you need help, click on the orange Schoology folder for this class. Good luck! Adios!